It was a quiet Saturday morning on my sprawling Texas ranch, the kind of day where the sky stretches clear and endless, and the horses graze like they've got no worries in the world. I just stepped out to toss some kibble to my rescue dogs when I spotted HEMA guy in a crisp navy blue uniform striding up the gravel road to my front gate. Dark shades, shiny badge, batons swinging at his hip. Looked like a cop, sure, but something was off. Real cops don't march on a private land alone. No cruiser, no backup, just combat boots kicking up dust. This guy was trying too hard to play the part. Then he banged on my gate hard, yelling loud enough to spook the horses. "Open up. HOA enforcement. You're in violation." My get twisted. HOA. On my saw ranch. I'd bought this land 15 years ago to escape that nonsense. Checked every deed and title to make sure no homeowners association could touch me. This was no mistake. This was trouble. I didn't open the gate. Instead, I slipped behind the barn, eyes glued to the security monitor in the tack room. There he was, pacing, tugging at a belt loaded with handcuffs, pepper spray, and a badge that screamed fake when I zoomed in. I grinned. "Big mistake, pal. See, I'm not just a rancher. I'm Jack Harper, chief of police for the whole damn county. And this clown just knocked on the wrong gate." I hit a button to unlock the gate remotely, letting him strut 10 steps onto my property before I stepped out. "You picked the wrong ranch," I said, voice low. His jaw hit the dirt when he recognized me, no uniform. But my face is on billboards, news clips, even wanted posters. He froze, stammering, then bolted straight into my deputy's patrol truck that had rolled up silent as a ghost. Deputies Mike and Sarah stepped out, hands ready, and our fake cop looked like a deer staring down a semi. "Mind showing me some ID?" I asked come a Sunday morning. He fumbled, pulled a crumpled paper, and screamed, "I know my rights," before darting for the woods. We nabbed him before he hit the trees, but what we found in his bag stopped me cold. No police ID, just HOA papers with a forged seal, a toy walkie-talkie, a plastic baton, and a map. Red circles marked properties across the County Ranch, my neighbors, even homes miles away. Scrawled at the top, "Saw target non-compliant saw." This wasn't a lone grifter. This was a plan. "My name's Jack Harper, but folks call me Chief. I've been in law enforcement 35 years, seen bank heists, cartels, crooked cops. But a fake HOA scam on my own land? That's a new one. I bought this ranch after retiring as a detective in Austin, CRA VYing peace for my horses, dogs, and grandkids. My neighbors, Greg, a retired firefighter with a bad back, and Ellen, a widow whose husband was a deputy, felt the same. We looked out for each other. Then, 3 months back, this so-called Green Valley Community HOA started slapping notices on properties, claiming they were expanding. They tried Greg, then Ellen. Both shut it down fast, but Ellen called me one night, voice shaking. "Jack, a guy in uniform came to my door, demanding dues." It felt wrong. Her footage showed a dollar store cop with a fake badge. I alerted the sheriff's office, set up extra cameras, motion lights, pressure sensors. I was ready, and that morning, they came for me. We hauled the fake cop to the station, his gear a Joe plastic badge scratched with HOA compliance. But that map? It was no joke. It marked Greg's place, Ellen's, even a widow's home 5 miles out. My deputy, Sarah, found something worse. A folded paper in his waistband with GPS coordinates and fake HOA bylaws. This was organized. I called in the state. Then I spotted a silver SUV parked by the forest, barely VY-sible. I nodded to Mike. "We're not alone." We approached, but the SUV roared off, spitting gravel. My phone buzzed. It was Greg, whispering, frantic. "Jack, there's a guy outside my barn. Same uniform, talking on a headset. I'm being watched." I radioed Mike to head to Greg's. No sirens. I pulled up Greg's cameras once I'd helped install after Ellen's scare. There he was, another fake cop, bulkier, snapping photos of Greg's solar panels with a tablet, muttering into a Bluetooth. Greg stayed hidden smart. I rolled up to Greg's, Mike flanking from the woods. We had him cornered. "Step away from the barn." I shouted. He froze, then laughed. "Just an inspection. Your friend's VY Olating Green Valley HOA height regulations." I nearly lost it. Green Valley doesn't exist here. Identify yourself. He reached into his vest too fast. Mike and I drew. Slow. Hands out. He tossed a business card, smirking. Call my Super VY sore. Mike cuffed him in seconds. His bag held a black binder. Fake citations, forged signatures, fines from due law 500 to due law 3,500. This was fraud big time. At the station, we interrogated both fakes. The second guy had a tablet with live feeds from hidden cameras, backyards, driveways, even bedrooms across the county. My stomach churned. These weren't just scammers. They were spies. Then Ellen called, trembling. Jack, there's a red envelope taped to my door. Her footage showed two hooded figures. No uniforms, just masks and flashlights, circling her barn. The note read, saw comply or be condemned. Final warning. Saw I dispatch units to her place. Check the footage myself. They stared into the cameras like they wanted us to know they were watching. This wasn't about dues anymore. This was a network. Things spiraled. Outside the station, a black SUV with Green Valley enforcement decals parked boldly. 3 more fakes due men. 1 woman stepped out, filming, megaphone blaring. We're issuing a violation to the chief for non-compliance. A crowd gathered, some cheering them on, believe VYing the scam. Then one of the men raised a taser and fired at Sarah. She dodged, the prongs sparking on a patrol car. I tackled him, pinning him down as Mike and Sarah cuffed the others. Their bags held more tasers, fake IDs, and a tablet with feeds from dozens of properties. The woman, Lisa Carter, cracked in interrogation. She co-founded the Community Shield program, a scam posing as neighborhood enforcement. They'd hit 40 properties, issuing fake fines, installing cameras, shaming homeowners online to extort compliance fees. And the name behind it? Victor Crane, a real estate crook who'd vanished years ago after stealing millions in HOA funds. Lisa smirked. We were warned to avoid you. By who? I pressed. Crane, she said. My skin crawled. If Crane was back, this was personal. Then the animal shelter burned. Molotovs tossed over the fence, flames swallowing the back wing. Kids from the community program sobbed as deputies and volunteers saved the animals. Sarah traced a digital breach. Someone locked her out of the county's mainframe, erasing files, planting fake deeds. My voter registration now listed me as a resident of Crane's Green Valley Estates. They weren't just scamming. They were rewriting reality. We planned a sting. Crane was hosting a compliance rally, an old mall, flashy ads promising order. I went undercover as a landowner, Mike as a security applicant, Greg as a decoy. Crane stood at a podium, fake uniform gleaming, preaching to a brainwashed crowd. He flashed photos of my ranch, Ellen's home, the shelter, calling us enemies of order. I tapped my mic. Deputies and FBI stormed in. Crane smiled as I cuffed him. Too late, Chief. The files are copied. The movement's begun. A follower swung a baton at my head. Everything went black. I woke in a hospital, head pounding, Sarah at my side. Crane was in custody, but a memory stick he'd sent me held hundreds of files. 3,000 names, vulnerabilities, even a plan to sue the courthouse with fake petitions. It was set for 72 hours. I checked out, ignoring the nurses, and mobilized. We held a town hall, showed the files, exposed Crane's lies. The state AG froze his accounts, issued warrants. At trial, Crane got 35 years. The crowd cheered, but Arizona reports surfaced Crane's partner, Elaine Voss, was running the same scam. It was spreading. We fought back. Victims testified. We shared EVY Denke nationwide, filed federal charges, froze Crane's shell companies. Our county built a new system, digital deeds, strict HOA oversight, a watchdog program led by Ellen, with Greg baking muffins. I'm still chief, guarding not just against crime, but for freedom, your right to your land, your peace. Crane thought he'd start a revolution. He started a war. We won the first battle, but it's not over. Were you reading this? Ever had a stranger knock on your door, claiming authority they don't have? Should homeowners have to fight this hard to protect their rights? Or is the system failing us? Drop your thoughts below, share this story, And subscribe because the truth needs fighters, and I'm betting you're one of them.